On today's special nostalgia test news episode, we're talking reboots. Do we like them? What's going on? All reboot, all day. I don't know. That's it.
All right.
All right,
So
that works.
before we kick off, I want to know what is our definition, or what is this show's, or maybe what is each person's definition of what a reboot is, what a reimagine is, and what a piece of shit is. So let's
All right. Can we,
let's go.
before that, say welcome everyone to another episode of the podcast?
Man, he's like, let's fucking
This
get
is-
right to it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
this
what the
is
hell?
the
If you
nostalgia
haven't gone
test
through the
news.
beginning part of Dan's intro that we pre-recorded years ago, fuck you. Let's
Wow.
go.
Okay.
If you like and follow, subscribe, share the podcast. Let's go. We want to get coffees. Buy
I
us a
want to
coffee.
say thank everyone for downloading the episodes on Substack. They've been doing really well on
Yeah.
Substack. Everyone check out our Substack, download there. And when Manny gets another movie review, we're going to put it up. And we're on the definite
I'm not
search
watching
for
any new movies.
for the purple CD, and Billy's
I
gonna
need that
be
purple
sending
CD.
some shit. So
Yeah, I got to
everyone-
do my metal corner like we talked about. There's new albums coming
Absolutely.
out recently. Ghost just dropped a new song. I can write up a quick review of that.
love it.
Bro,
So
right
everyone's
now
looking out for that.
shows are kind of killing it for me.
Yeah.
The movies are not. Like I'm
Yeah.
I'm down. I did watch the movie that won the Oscar.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Who's good?
It was fine.
Well, last night I saw A Complete Unknown, and I
Yeah.
thought it was good. I
Yeah?
liked it. It was fun. Yeah. It
Okay.
was great.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not really a Bob Dylan fan.
Me
I
neither.
mean,
I know Pico, you are obviously.
we'll talk
Yeah.
about that on another episode.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
not my
just
cup
kind
of
of
tea.
like he mumbles like he could be just saying that tree is far away.
Hey, that's
Anyways.
great. Anyway, reboots, Manny. So the energy
right, I
Manny
guess-
brought. What is
I
a
guess-
reboot? That's what
Yeah,
today's
what
all
is a
about.
reboot? Because
Yeah, what is a reboot?
Duck Quack, he fucking yelled at us about what he thought a reboot was. Like, what is a reboot?
Yeah. So tell me, like, well, let me start. I think a reboot is you take something that has already literally been done
Mhm.
and you just kind of go, let's do that again and recast everyone.
Everyone,
And-
not a few. You're talking to me. True reboot is you're recasting everyone. Maybe somebody pops in as a nostalgic,
It's like an Easter egg.
like
Yeah.
Easter egg, but they're
Yeah.
not playing the same person.
No, they're just playing something else. There we go.
Yeah.
Speaker views on.
Okay,
Mhm.
This
but
podcast
that's
is full.
that. I agree that's a reboot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Billy,
That makes sense. So you're saying a reboot takes place in the same world, whereas a reimagined is like totally different, where you change everything up.
Hmm.
See, that's hard because when the Roadhouse reboot,
Shit.
reimagine,
Fucking piece of dog shit.
catastrophe happened.
No, I guess
they
they- a
called it a
reboot-
reboot first,
Yes.
and then they backtracked and called it a reimagine. And I'm like, I think that's because
So
they
a
got
reimagine
freaked
means
out.
it never happened.
Like to me, a
I think-
reboot is you kind of take the story that's a little bit of the same, where reimagines you take the general story. Like, all right, if you made Romeo and Juliet, but it was like a lesbian couple living in LA in 2027, that's like a reimagined where you're taking like
Wow.
like we've seen that stuff before, right? Where you take
That's
like
a movie right there.
you
Let's
take like
do
a
it.
movie and you put it like you modernize it like and make it a
Yeah,
little different, but
sure.
it's the same general plot. Whereas like a reimagined to me is no, I mean a reboot. That was a reimagined. A reboot is where it's the general story's kind of the same. You may change some elements, that kind of thing, right? But you're not completely changing it. Where where reimagine is you're lifting and shifting almost, right?
I
Okay,
think-
so we'll
yeah.
go. I'll bring that up then. Okay, so Point Break, the new one,
Is a
That
piece
was
of
a
shit.
reboot.
that was a reboot.
I
Piece
think
of
that's
shit.
a reboot.
You're not saying it
Yeah.
was a reimagine, even though. Well,
It's
no,
not a
yeah, you're right
sequel.
because it was a reboot. They basically took scenes, the same exact scenes, but they put instead of fucking surfing, it was like flight
Like
school,
ex-
like
Yeah.
squirrel
Dude,
shit.
That movie
Yeah.
reminds me of did you ever see Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle? The
Yes.
original one,
Yeah.
where the guys are in the kayak in the thing and they throw them down. They're like extreme. That was like
Yeah.
everyone in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
That movie
Yeah.
was so bad.
Yeah, and I think like if you think of other reboot like ideas, if we were talking about you take a movie, you bring it into another context or whatever it is. Even when they who did it? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot, basically, right?
Yeah.
Like that was, and I refuse to watch it. I don't want to see it. But that in
Is it kind of a reset then?
it's sort of like a
It's
reset.
like you're trying to say
like-
all these people are the new people, and this is what we're trying to do.
This is why I don't like the Spider-Man stuff. You had the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, you did 3. Then they're
Yeah.
like, let's do it again. And they reboot it. That's I feel a reboot. You're starting from the beginning, or you're doing an origin story.
Sure,
or
but the thing about comic books today, argument is that a comic
They
book
consistently
is pretty much
reboot.
it's just a constant, like The Simpsons, for instance.
Okay.
Right? Every episode could be considered a reboot because not all episodes connect to each other. Some do. Some the world kind of does.
Yeah.
But like when you're watching it, it's as if like that episode didn't exist. They don't really grow up.
There's no
It's as if,
origin
like-
story again.
True.
But I also feel like comic books, I think that's a different one, because even like the comic books themselves have redone the origin story over the years, where you get like a new author comes in or a new artist,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
people are like, oh,
that's
you
why
should
they
really
say, like-
read this run of Wolverine because it was fucking
Yeah.
awesome with it, you know? So I feel like
Well, that could
And
be
also,
reimagined then.
it could, depending on
But-
how far they push it. Well, like they did, remember they did like remember like years ago where they had like Spider-Man 3000, and it was like
Yes.
like that was
Remember
really
they had
fucking
that
weird.
with Batman.
Yes.
What was it? Beyond? What was it?
Yes,
The
Batman.
future one?
Yeah.
The Dark Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, which was the one that Frank Miller did, which is like Batman when he's like 65 years old. Like
Yes.
that one was fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
that was
dude.
awesome.
They
When we
used
were in
some
the
of those
future.
ideas in the Nolan ones, kind of, but like not fully, you know. But yeah,
So-
I feel like comic books are a little different. And I actually I like the new Spider-Mans, and I liked the last one when they bought all 3 of them, and I thought that was pretty cool.
I mean,
Plus,
that's
it worked
cool
well
because
with the
that was
multiverse.
kind of like meta because they were just
But
like,
how
hey,
many
we're just gonna
times
make
do
fun
I
of that.
want to watch an origin story? Like,
As long as people fucking pay for it, they're gonna keep doing those.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, how many
That's the
times are
problem
people
with the
going to
comic
listen to us say reboot?
How many
Well,
fucking
as-
Batmans, bro? We had the original Tim Burton ones, which the
Yeah.
first 2 were good. Then it turned to shit
Val
with the
Kilmer.
next 2, right? Val Kilmer garbage. Fucking Mr. Freeze, terrible with
Trash.
Oh
George
my God,
Clooney.
trash.
Then they rebooted it with Christian Bale, which was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
All 3 of those were great. Then they had the terrible one where the DC universe wanted to catch up to Marvel and did the Batman versus Superman with Ben Affleck.
terrible movie.
And then they did the Robert
Terrible.
Pattinson one, which was better than I expected. I thought that was going to be hot garbage, and it was okay. It was more like Detective Batman as opposed
It's
to Kick-Ass
longest.
Batman.
Longest.
But-
It was
fuck
very
that movie.
detective-ish. It was
Yeah.
almost as if so the new Penguin show is kind of like that.
Is it?
Mm.
I heard
It's
it was
in
good. I
like
haven't
that
watched
world.
it.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
So
It's
Maybe-
great.
I
would
love
we
the Christian
say-
Bale one since obviously, you know.
Would we say a
Yeah.
reboot is just them going, okay, they did it, let's do it again. I could do it better, or I could do it.
Yeah,
in
I
this
think so.
different
Yeah,
way.
and in
Change
kind of the
some
same
things.
way. You're basically keeping the same key elements, the same characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all new cast, all new
So-
cast.
The secret producer passed me this article. These are the very first movie sequel, remake, and reboots by Brianna Jones. And
Remake
there's
and,
a
reboots. Okay.
So there's a paragraph here, a couple paragraphs. Like Ben-Hur, the classic 1959 film that won a record-setting 11 Oscars and had, at the time, the second highest gross ever, is actually a remake of the 1925 film Ben-Hur, A Tale
Okay.
of Christ. Now, which itself came after yet another version of the film, the 1907 silent short Ben-Hur. And now another Ben-Hur is currently in production with an expected release August 2016 when this article came out, so years ago. So these are
How long is this in between?
so
First
that's
2 was
the
it
other
10
thing.
years maybe?
So it's about 1959 and 1925,
Okay,
so
so
between 25 and 59.
25, 30.
But the first one came out in 1907, which was a silent short. So 1907, 1925, 1959. So does a reboot need to have a certain amount of time as well
Yes.
between them?
Yeah, because
And-
it's like kind of like we're just making it
Mm.
current, and to the point
Yeah.
where you almost forget. Kids these days are not going to know who Ben-Hur is.
Mm-mm.
No.
And
No.
I've heard of the movie, and I was in film school and I never watched it. Okay.
That's like that classic. It's like in the same realm as like 10 Commandments, that kind of shit, right?
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
I've heard it. You've always seen clips of it, but
Sure.
I've never seen the movie. Okay.
So-
but I've
Right.
heard like so much about it.
Yeah.
along those lines, because thinking of old movies, you know what is actually in the same realm, but I would just want to reimagine is Scarface. Because Scarface is originally a movie from the 1930s, which I think was literally about like Al Capone in Chicago, and then the Scarface that we all know is like, you know, fucking Tony Montana selling blow in
that
Florida.
shit was
That's
crazy.
like that's like a reimagine to me, where you're taking the basic elements and shifting it somewhere else.
And you're turning
right.
it into a whole different vibe and everything. Like
that
you're
movie's
talking,
fucking
you know,
great though, by the way. That movie's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it? We need to put that to the test. I don't think. I think
we
that
may.
movie's ridiculous, dude.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
But you're right.
It's almost comical. That movie.
But you're right, Billy.
If you watch it, it's almost comical.
They took a property, they rethought it, they recast it, but they also put it in a different context, a different historical context.
Yeah, he's Cuban, he's not Italian. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's like a reimagine. I feel like a reboot is something like, we did this, let's just put new actors in it and make it more modern. Yeah. Like Gone in 60 Seconds, right? Like they didn't change.
Wait, they did another one already?
So it wasn't originally
original.
From back in the day.
That's right, and then they rebooted it.
I like,
but
that
no
movie.
one really knows.
Pleasure.
It is a guilty pleasure. It's so worst acting of Angelina Jolie's life, but like,
bro, worst acting of everybody in that movie.
Nicolas Cage is terrible in most movies, and like he's terrible in that one. He has like 3 movies that he's good in.
Yeah. Face Off is one of them.
Yeah.
Take my face off. And obviously the one he won the
Oscar.
You know
why he's good in it? It's because he's acting like Travolta.
Okay, do you know why he's good in that movie? I'm going to tell you right now.
They're making fun of each other.
So here's the thing. According to our, I would say like podcast like gurus, how did this get made? When Nicolas Cage finished Con Air, he immediately went to the set of Face Off, like almost immediately, and started filming Face Off.
Amazing.
And the first scene that they filmed was the ending scene. So they didn't even know what the both of them were going to do with each other's attitude. So they didn't know what they were going to do. They did the final scene first. They filmed that first. That's
crazy, dude.
I mean, that's crazy that movies are made that way too, because like, you know, like to take it, that, actors are nuts. Like, you make fun of him, but like, think about that. Like it's the end of the movie. You have no feeling to it. Like, you know, you're just, it's like, yo, do this scene.
That's why some of them have said, like, I've heard Pacino say that he prefers stage acting because you're actually acting out the story, you know?
The whole story,
Which is crazy for him to say that. Like, what the fuck? Like, one of the best actors of our generation, you know?
Okay,
well,
so.
I mean, like, maybe he just likes, he likes to be a linear guy. Like, instead of just, hey, put this scene in. Like, because then there's no real connection. All right. So
reboots.
I think we've kind of put some parameters around this.
We put some context in it.
We didn't even get to what we were going to judge.
Are they? Would you say there are too many reboots right now?
Yes.
1000%.
No new ideas. Everything's a reboot. You know, you're taking classic movies that are not even that old, in my opinion, right? Like,
what are we saying is a reboot? Acceptable reboot time.
I mean, it's
30 years. I don't know. Here's the problem.
How old are your kids?
10 is my oldest. So the problem is we're getting old. So things that don't seem that long ago. Like I'm thinking American Psycho. I'm like, fuck you, first of all. And then second of all, like that just came out and I'm like, no, it's fucking 25 years old. Like, fuck.
But why do it? And I think that's the question.
Need.
It's like, why have a reboot?
But somebody who saw Italian Job, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a reboot.
Yeah,
that was like a reboot,
a remake,
reboot,
if you say.
Yep.
A remake.
It actually really was like a remake. Like there was nothing. If you watch the original and then you watch that one, you're like, what the fuck? Like one was more of a comedy. It was British humor. And the other one was like Mark Wahlberg.
Okay.
Action movie. So like
another one like that is you ever see The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 where they remade that, and the original one's fucking awesome with Walter Matthau. Like that movie was fucking great, and the remake was hot dog shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking like
go ahead.
25, 30 years, and that's the problem is that I agree, Billy. Like you're like
we're getting old.
We just watched that, and it's like no, because your kid wouldn't know what it was.
Yep, exactly.
So according to like some stuff online, like a reboot has um, a reboot is like a fresh start for an entire franchise or a movie, often significantly altering the story and characters to restart the narrative.
Okay.
I think people do that, but I really think they stick to the main core root of it. And a remake is a new version of a single film or a piece of media. So maybe it's just like some of these things aren't franchises, but maybe Hollywood just doesn't know what words to use. Like they're using reboot when it's supposed to be a remake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other
like a,
thing too is like classic movies should not be touched, in my opinion.
well,
And I know,
A Star is
know-
Born had been remade several times.
Fuck, you're right.
Several
That is a good
times.
point.
It's crazy.
And
I'm
people
also
actually like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a terrible movie, the new one. I thought it was.
But
you
I'm
know,
saying like people didn't even mind it. Like I knew somebody who was like my mother-in-law was like, "Oh, I remember the original one."
Yeah.
And they didn't mind the remake. And I was like, "You're not mad at it?" Like I think we're just we're
I mean,
angry.
so like
I think
that's the
we're
thing with Point
assholes. Is what it
Break.
comes
We're-
down
yeah,
to.
we're
That's
at
what
a
you're looking
point-
to say,
we're
man.
at we're at a point where it's
Where it come to
annoying
that
to
point.
us. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Because there's so many of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we're being flooded by it and the legacy sequels and all that
oh my
other stuff.
God.
I would much rather a legacy sequel over a reboot.
Yeah.
Yes. You keep the
Um,
continuity at least. Yeah.
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
annoying and it's a money grab, but they're all annoying and money grabs, right?
Yeah.
But it's like at least it's like okay, they're continuing a story that I remember and the world still exists. Where the new one, it's like that world doesn't exist. We're retconning that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
world.
and it's kind of the hubris to think that you can do certain things better, like Roadhouse. Like no fucking way you're doing that movie better. Like
That was a big
American
mistake.
Psycho, there's no fucking way you're doing that movie better. It's such an arrogance to think that you can take some films and hey, we're gonna reboot it and do a fresh take on it. Like no, stay the fuck away from it. Like a lot of times, like you'll see people take like a shitty movie and reboot it, and you're like, oh, I didn't even know that was a movie before because it was some obscure fucking movie.
Yeah.
I'm less mad at that, you know?
Sure. And the thing now you can argue this that you're trying to market a movie. You could have called Roadhouse Bouncer or
Mhm.
any other thing. But you're calling it Roadhouse because you're going to get people like us who did watch that fucking movie,
Mhm.
whether we liked it or not.
Mhm.
You're
We
selling a
did.
movie.
Check out the episode.
Yeah. So like if we're angry, yeah, and then we have this fucking show to talk about it, but like
Yeah.
it's whatchamacallit. It is for a marketing stance, nobody gives a those guys, if I was a marketing company, I love the fact that we hate reboots. Why? Because
gets
we're
talked
going to
about.
fucking go see it because it's
Yeah.
called that.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Fuck.
you're just
that
going to
does.
get our age group that we know we're not. There's no way they're ever going to make a movie that's going to be better than the movie that we saw as the child or the teenager.
Well,
It's not
it-
going to be
yeah.
possible. Now your
yeah.
kid might like it. Your teenager might like it. We're going to say, it was fine. Piece of shit, though. Ours was better. But we
Yeah.
went and got to see it. Guess what? They still sold the fucking ticket. It was like when people used to listen to Howard Stern because they hated Howard Stern.
They
Yep.
hate listening to it.
So
yeah.
it works. It's annoying. It's stupid.
It's-
You should stop and you should come up with new shit. But guess what, man? People just trying to make a buck.
It's
And they
rage
gotta
baiting.
fucking do it.
That's
It
all
is.
it's doing.
And
It's
we're
rage
falling
baiting.
for it.
And we are.
Absolutely.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
American Psycho, you're gonna watch it, Billy. You're gonna
I know
watch
I'm
it 'cause
going. I'm
you
gonna
can't-
hate
You
watching.
can't wait to fucking hate it. You can't
Yeah.
wait to hate that movie.
Yeah.
And
And if it's
and-
good, I won't admit that it is.
and part of it is a brilliant marketing scheme because
Yeah.
like what works best? Hey, low hanging fruit. Let's remake this thing.
It's
Why?
true, bro.
You know why? Because all the people that used to see it are going to go see it, even though they don't want to see it, because they want to think about the old movie. And then guess what? We're going to put it on Netflix, and then everybody's going to buy Netflix because that old movie is now on Netflix or Hulu or Prime. And guess what's fucking being watched? The old
Yeah.
movie. So
Yeah, you're
now
right.
we're
Double dipping.
getting played, bro.
Double
We're
dipping,
getting
yep.
fucking played.
God damn it, you're right.
Oh man. Fuck you, Hollywood. So let's go through some of these reboots
Yeah, so let's
that I
just hear
found.
about them and like
Yeah, now
just
now
hear
that we've
about
set
them.
the barriers
No,
around
we've
it, and
talked-
it's very clear how we feel about them in general, like less
And
fucking
it- yeah.
rage.
And it's all really confusing. Remake,
Yeah.
reboot, reimagine. They're just using the words like interchangeably, right?
Absolutely.
So here's the thing: we on this show we've already talked about some of these, but there are some we should touch on again. But I do want to say that apparently on the website Den of Geek. Apparently, Lilo and Stitch is getting a reboot or remake in May.
Is it Leo and Stitch like real? Or Leo and
Lilo
Stitch?
and Stitch, I guess, computer animated sort
So it's
of.
not
Lilo
live
and
action.
Let's see.
It's not live action.
Oh wait. The alien is
Animated.
is animated.
Okay.
I'm not seeing any people in it yet. No, it's just the alien they showed. I mean, it might be a mix of both.
So it is okay. I think it's gonna probably be live action.
It's gonna be both, right? Like he's gonna be the.
It's not gonna be cartoon.
It's gonna be like Roger Rabbit.
Probably something
They should
like
bring that kind of style back. I think they tried it.
Yeah,
They tried it.
It failed. Yeah.
Well, they
But-
kind of do it with Sonic. It's like
Yeah.
real.
That's what
just,
That's what I think
That makes
Lilo and
sense.
Stitch will probably be.
Yeah.
So should they be remaking or rebooting Lilo and Stitch? I've seen some of it, and I think it was fine.
I never
right?
watched it.
I've never watched the full one either. I've seen bits and pieces, and I'm like, meh.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Stitch like an asshole?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is.
Wasn't he like a really
like an asshole
rambunctious
alien.
like
He
alien?
was like a gizmo. He was like a gremlin.
yeah.
I
so
don't know
they
why they're
reimagined
doing
Gremlins.
this. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. But again, like we keep saying, these are just money grabs. These are just in
Dude.
order to like create content that and the thing is, nostalgia is so big. I mean, obviously we have this podcast, but that they're now like just digging into so many things. It's like, let's just fucking remake this thing. Let's remake this
Yep.
thing. And
I
it's
think-
not anything new.
The
Disney is also
question-
lazy as shit, dude. Like Disney,
Yeah.
like look
Oh.
what they've been doing lately. Marvel, they're just
Oh,
bending
God,
Marvel
stop.
over
They
a
need to
chair and
stop.
doing everything it's worth. They're doing the same thing
They're
with Star
ruining it.
Wars. Now they're like, hey, we're gonna make live action films of every one of our cartoons. Like there's no fresh ideas. They're just going back to the well over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Well, then like you can argue the statement of like if it ain't if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
I mean, it makes
Like,
money for
so
them, and
it's-
that's
it's
why they're
making
doing
money,
it. You know,
and like,
Yeah.
and they're making less and less money, right? Like all the Marvel movies are not getting as
People are
great
getting
ratings
burned
that
out.
they
they did
that
too
they
many.
There
did,
was-
right? And like it's too
No.
many shows, it's too
Yeah.
many movies. It's like give us a break for a second so
Yeah.
we care about this. Like I don't need another Avengers movie for another year or two, and then when it comes out, maybe I'll be happy. Where
No.
movies, remember, we used to wait. We used to have to wait
Yeah.
for sequels.
Now you don't have
we
to
used
wait for anything.
Now you
They
don't.
Now,
fucked
like,
up
it's
with
just-
the TV shows, man. They leaned into that too hard
That's
during the
what's-
pandemic,
that
where
fucked
there was
me
like
up, man.
back to back.
But
to
they
back
got
to
rid of
back.
the good ones. Like when Daredevil was on, and then they stopped Daredevil. I was
that
like,
show
what
was
is
They're
good,
bringing
man.
that back.
The season with
Thank
the Punisher was
God.
badass,
Bro, they're bringing it back.
And that's
but I
another
think it's
show
like,
that they should have fucking bring back. Is the Punisher. Two
yeah, but the
seasons
thing
for the
is
Punisher.
that shit was on Netflix, so it was even harder. Now it's like harder, like as in like it hit fucking awesomely, but like it was now. I think it's going to be more Disney-fied. So
yeah,
it's
but
not gonna
Daredevil
be-
was super violent on.
I
Disney.
know. But dude, the new ones come. They're bringing it back.
Thank God.
But
That
I
was a
don't
good
know if
show.
it's
That show
going
was
to be
good.
as good. I don't know if it's going
We'll
to be
see.
as good.
I just think like with Lilo and Stitch,
That
it's
show,
like
the original Daredevil show, reminded me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie.
oh, it was so
It
great.
was like
Had
gritty,
that vibe.
dark.
It was
Yeah,
gritty.
I agree.
It was great. But Lilo
I
and
would
Stitch, why even bring it back? Just show your kids the original one. It's fucking fine. This is just stupid.
I
to
mean,
me.
dude, I don't care about the original one, so I don't really. To me,
Yeah,
this is just
I'm with
enough.
you.
Like, let's
I
get
won't
new
watch it.
fans. It's
Yeah, I
just
won't
getting new
watch it.
fans. That's it.
Now we talked about Superman, and I think it's just good to
Mhm.
bring up. Like, do we give a shit about another Superman franchise?
I don't give a shit about any Superman movies. I'm hot take coming,
Wow.
guys. I think
Wow.
Superman is the
You don't like-
lamest fucking superhero in the world,
Why?
dude. Like he's just lame as shit. He's like super strong and can shoot lasers out of it. It's like 1950s bullshit, 1930s bullshit, right? Like golden
It
age
was.
of comics. I was
Yes.
always more of outside of Batman is really the only DC that I liked. I really like more of the Marvel stuff because it was more
Mhm.
like when you're getting into like it was first of all, it was based in the real world. It's not fucking Metropolis or Gotham City. It's fucking,
Yeah.
Spider-Man's from Forest Hills, right? Like,
Yeah.
so it's more real,
Yeah, okay.
you know?
Yeah.
And I felt like the grittier, it was more violent. Like if you read any like Wolverine comics, like he's fucking
Oh.
cutting people's head off and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Superman was always, it was
Best.
corny, bro. It's just corny, you know?
Okay,
I never
so-
liked any of them.
Wow. You never liked the Christopher Reed?
No, I didn't like the Christopher Reeves one. I didn't like the one that had who's the guy who got in all the.
Smallville?
I
The
watched
show
that for a little
Smallville
bit.
was
That show
kind of
got
ill.
annoying after like 3 seasons where you're
That
like,
was
just
like
fucking
watching,
tell Lana
like-
you're Superman, bro.
Yeah, come on. First
but
of
then
all,
Lois and Clark.
Didn't like
so
the one they did
we
after
were
that.
supposed to believe that it's like glasses were gonna like actually it was a disguise, or
Dude.
was there like
Are
an
people
actual
stupid?
power that like he made when he had the glasses on, he was able to distort his face?
No, he had
the-
nothing.
No,
Is that
It's
like
just
the
corny
theory?
golden age of era comics.
But that was
You
Yeah,
put
that's
on
like,
like
the,
you
but
take
you
your
could then
glass
make,
off, or you put on a little mask, and no one knows the fuck you
but
are.
then you could make
Yeah,
fun
like
of
the Green
Batman,
Hornet.
like I am
Yeah.
Batman, I am Batman. Like
Yeah.
you
but
could
come
make
on,
fun
the
of
fact
Batman.
that no one knows that anyone is Batman, like get the fuck out. The richest man is Batman. Look at his vehicles. Like who's the
Yeah.
richest person
Yeah.
in that city?
I'll say this. I will say, Superman. Why he's definitely an alien is because nobody could be that powerful and be
he's
human
No.
and be nice.
No,
like
he's from another
like
planet.
I love the shows where it shows like they jokes that like all fights with anybody going against Superman, Superman wins. Like he destroys them all. Like Batman and Superman fighting each other it's actually a joke. Like
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah, who cares?
That's why it's so silly. Like that's why I
Yeah.
think he's corny, bro. It's just it's unfair. And then they had to do where they killed him with what's his name with the
Doomsday.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I had those comics.
yeah, I remember. I thought they were gonna be worth a bunch of money. They weren't worth shit because everyone
They're
bought
not
it.
worth anything. Like no one
The-
gave
the-
a fuck.
I thought the most interesting one, Superman movie for me. I didn't like the reboot they did with who's the guy that played Lex Luthor, the guy that then did House of Cards and now is like all in hot water. Kevin
Yeah.
Spacey. Didn't like
Yeah.
that one. I liked the first
Sucked.
one they did with who's the guy, the last guy. What's his fucking name? That just
Henry
left.
Cavill?
Yeah,
I
Or-
like the
Cavill.
first one of those. I thought was
First
good.
one was great.
But then people got pissed off because Superman killed people. I mean, no, he didn't kill people. Like he was trying to stop Zod, and like they ran
Yes.
into buildings and people
Yeah,
died. Like he didn't
bunch of
fucking
people
kill
died.
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this whole
I
Zack
think this
Snyder thing is
the
crazy.
new one. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see it. They have super
with the
dogs
dog?
in it.
Oh come
It's
on.
ridiculous. It's like really comic booky. I'm just kind of like, all right, it's reimagined.
That's
I
fair.
don't, like whatever. Like again, I'm not paying for it. I'm not going to the theater.
That's the thing. None of
You
us
know?
give a fuck enough to go to the movie theater
No,
to go see these things.
which
Yeah.
sucks because like they spent all this money to make it like a higher definition and they be able to be on this big screen. It's
Which
like
who cares?
we're all watching this on a fucking tablet or maybe on a home
Yeah.
screen.
In the
but, like,
bathroom.
Yeah, while taking a shit. Like so, like what the
The
fuck?
best way to watch a Superman movie.
Which is so bad. It's like, yo, we spent all this money. And it's like, somebody needs to make a movie. All
Yo, did you
just
see the
using-
Brutalist? Yeah. Lots
Yeah.
of bathroom time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But okay, I'm actually not excited to see it, but I will watch this.
You're okay
Okay.
with it.
Yeah,
All right. So let's go
I'll
to this
probably
next
watch it
one.
at some point too.
August 1st, apparently, we're getting a Naked Gun reboot. And this
No.
is a real reboot because it's a franchise
okay, but are they making it a comedy?
starring Liam Neeson.
Okay, so I think you can't. I don't know. Like, why couldn't you just like make a reimagine of this and call it something else? I guess because it's a money grab. You need to get the people that like that comedy. But
so apparently-
will
yeah,
that
go ahead.
kind of comedy work now?
They don't
Well,
do those movies
apparently-
anymore, so I don't know.
No.
That whole genre has gone away over the last like 20
All of
years.
it. Scary movie, hot
Yep.
shots,
Bro,
all
but
that
like,
stuff.
will
is
it
gone.
work?
I don't know.
Well, according to this
People get it.
article, it's
Be ready
supposed
for it.
it's supposed to be sort of a legacy sequel, but it's like not like they're trying to like toe this weird line of like the role of Liam Neeson will be the role of Frank Drebin, who is
Yeah,
we all know like hilarious and
it's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I
some
mean,
reports have listed it as
Fiends.
Frank Drebin Jr. So apparently that's what it is, but I don't know. I think this is one of those things where
Who's
they're
gonna play
trying to
Northberg?
not call it a reboot. When we all know it's a reboot.
Yeah.
I don't
I don't
wanna see
know.
this.
I mean, I'm interested to. I think I'm more interested to see the reaction of people
Mm,
because, like, I don't know although like there's so much weird sarcasm in like TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff, I don't know if people are okay with this kind of parody.
Are they going to do it the same
No.
way though? That's what I don't know, right?
No, they're not going to do it the same
And
way.
who
It's
are
going to
they?
be
Who are
watered
they
down.
actually going to cater to? Like our age? Are they going to cater to like
Young
people
kids, younger,
who
not
should
young kids,
play?
younger people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Leslie Nielsen is a genius, and the problem
Dude,
is like Liam Neeson. How the fuck is
not.
Liam Neeson going to be the goddamn star of this comedy? I've never seen him do anything funny.
no,
No.
no,
No.
yeah, it's not gonna work. Well, then again, apparently, like Leslie Nielsen, when like way back was a serious actor, and then he started doing this stuff. Like the original Poseidon
might.
Adventure, he's the captain, and he's like a serious actor. But I feel like his whole second of his career is real pivoted, right? Because wasn't the first thing he was in Airplane, right? Like
Yeah.
that was the first time. Yeah,
Well, maybe. Yeah. I mean, you could
another
be
movie
right
in this
about.
genre.
You could be right about that. Like, remember when Robert De Niro did a couple of like he did Meet
Dirty Grandpa.
Fockers and whatever,
Yeah.
and like everybody thought it was hilarious because he played a gangster, and now all of a sudden he's like in comedy. So
Yeah.
could this be Neeson's like
No.
Meet the Fockers?
No.
I mean, look, if it's streaming, I'll probably put it on some night just to see. I'll probably hate watch it once again.
Mhm.
Oh man.
But I mean, because those
But
Naked Gun
yo,
movies, I
there's
watched
no
one
way
of
they
them
could do
recently. They're
Airplane.
so fucking funny.
They'll never be able
God.
to do an airplane
No, dude,
Bro, like-
no way.
Dude,
or Hot Shots.
no,
That was streaming recently too. I watched that. That was fucking hilarious too.
They
Dude,
can't even do
this-
Scary Movie. They would
No.
never be able to do Scary Movie,
No.
Hot Shots. There was
Dude,
another
the-
one.
the-
They did like
the-
superhero movie where Leslie Nielsen was actually in it. He played like the the Uncle Ben type character.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
again,
no.
I'll give it a watch. I don't have any high hopes for it.
Yeah, I'm
I
not excited for it, but I'll probably watch it at some point.
I think they're just trying to like do anything at this point. And with the idea of Liam Neeson in it just really bugs me out. I think that it's a comedy. But maybe that's the problem too. Like how many really good comedies have actually come out recently? Like how many
Not
really
good, man. Like when was the last like old
original
school?
comedy?
Or
Right,
when
old
was the
school.
last? When was the last Hangover?
Or Wedding Crasher. I mean, that was also now you're going like 2007, probably, right?
Where are those?
Bridesmaids.
Where's those comics?
That shit was funny.
I mean,
I
I'll
don't
usually
know.
watch like stupid Will Ferrell movies pop up on like Amazon Prime, and I watch it, and it's like mildly entertaining, but it's
fine.
not like
Like,
a
there
good
was-
movie. There was
Yeah,
the
there
one
was
that
the
just came
one
out
with-
recently where his daughter's getting married the same
Yes,
weekend.
with
Yeah.
Witherspoon.
Yeah, like
That
it was
looked like
mildly
garbage.
It was
entertaining.
fine. It was fine.
Yeah,
Would
they
you
were
but
have
it's
seen it in
not-
movie theaters?
But like,
No.
guess what? I'm not. We're not quoting it. We're not.
No.
The zeitgeist isn't talking about it all the time.
No.
Not like
Not
not
at
like
all.
old school. Yeah,
No,
So good.
exactly.
which is 22
Alright.
years old, by the way.
Oh my god.
Was
All
it good?
right. Oh my god, that scares the shit. It's
Right,
crazy.
So that means
So-
it's on the list for us to be able to watch.
That's
And then
right.
Put to the test.
So we did start talking about this before we started recording, and that's Anaconda. Apparently, 1997's Anaconda. The So
Okay,
Bad
this
It's
movie-
Good movie.
It's
the John
fine
Voight,
that it's a remake, in my opinion.
Jennifer Lopez.
You said it's what?
I think it's fine that it's a remake. This movie's so bad that it's good that it's okay that you made another one.
I actually, despite what I said earlier, I've been thinking about it, and you're right because this is like it's an obscure movie. Like it's not like a big movie at the time. I think we saw the first one in the theater. Like some of us,
We
I remember
did.
correctly because it was.
I
and it was
saw it
just,
in the theater.
It was like
Yeah.
laughing because it's so ridiculous, and you have Ice Cube
dumb.
acting like he's like Boys in the Hood. Oh shit, a snake, and it's like it was just ridiculous. It was
It
absolutely
was a ridiculous movie. I mean, J Lo was at her like, hey, we're gonna do everything with J Lo Prime, right?
Yep.
She
Yeah.
was like, they were like, strike while all the iron is hot. So like,
Yeah.
get her in movies, get her in shows, get her in TV, get her whatever. We're gonna make this is like snakes on a plane shit. Like you're
Yeah.
like, wait, what is this movie about? And then
Snakes.
Owen Wilson is in this movie.
For no reason.
For no reason, and he's like making it. Of course, there's a sex scene, like whatever it is. It is a
Horrible.
crazy movie. I wasn't scared of snakes or anacondas afterwards because of how bad the movie was. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm fine with this movie being
You
remade.
know what that movie scared me about is when they're in the Amazon. They say that if you go in there, there's the microorganism that
Yes.
swims up your dick and puts
That-
snakes in it.
yeah.
That scared
Dude,
the
Billy.
fuck out of me.
Bill, that lives in my head rent free.
Yeah,
That
dude, it's fucking
statement of
terrifying.
that bug that does that or that fish that does it. I don't know what the fuck they call
Yeah,
it.
That
I don't
scares
know
the
what it
shit out of
is.
me.
But yo,
But yeah.
look that shit up. It's real.
Yeah,
So
fuck that.
And I'm like, I
apparently,
ain't going to
yeah.
the Amazon.
I'm never
Oh,
going. There's
why
too
would
much
I
shit
want
that
to
can
go
do
there?
Piranhas and gators and things that make your dick
No, but
fall
that-
off. I'm good.
Fucking, that's crazy. Something fucking could come up your piss stream and fucking fuck you up.
Yeah.
No.
No,
I'd rather get.
no.
I'd rather get. And doesn't at one point doesn't there's like a gigantic wasp that they pull out of someone's mouth that killed them, or they're
Yeah,
trying
the
to
main
pretend.
guy, the guy who I forget what his name is, but he was like in a coma the whole movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
because he had a gigantic wasp in his mouth.
No, all
Yeah.
right. So who's in this new one?
Okay, so it's going to star Jack Black and Paul Rudd
Is this
as
gonna be a
members.
comedy then?
I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna be a
as
super
members
comedy.
of a circus troupe who get lost in the rainforest where they're
God.
bedeviled by a giant snake.
Okay.
Tom Gorkman, who blessed the world with the fantastic Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal memes, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, is going to direct the remake, which means Anaconda may not descend into self-satisfied snark, which I disagree. I think it will be so much snark.
Oh,
Jack
fuck
Black
yeah.
and
I
Paul
think they're
Rudd.
gonna.
Come on.
Yeah, I think they're going to make fun of that they're in a movie about
Yeah.
Anaconda.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that.
Which may
I
make
mean,
it more entertaining.
yes.
yeah.
How are they not going to with these two
gonna
actors?
take the piss
like
out of
what
it,
these two
exactly.
actors are going to decide to like play serious two dudes? Like,
I mean,
come
what has
on.
Jack
No.
Black done? Like 2 serious movies his entire life, right? Like,
Stop it.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of,
no,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is going to be like Tropic Thunder type of shit. Like, hey, we're in a
Yeah.
movie
Can't
about
make
a
that movie
movie
anymore.
about a movie. You know, that's what this is going to be.
I feel like, I'm glad you brought that movie up, Manny Tropic Thunder, because I feel
Okay.
like that is the moment where it's just like before Tropic Thunder, after Tropic Thunder. I think like
What with
after-
comedy?
yeah.
Could be.
I think that was the last one.
Did you like it?
Did I like Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
I think Tropic Thunder is the craziest fucking thing
It's
I've ever
fucking
seen.
nuts, dude. That movie is crazy.
The fact that Tom Cruise is in that
Tom
movie.
Cruise dance movie, and
Oh.
he's that. Not more than that, he's like plays a lot in that movie. He's like,
Yeah,
I
that
think he's
scene
like,
where
take
he's
a
like-
step
with
back
terrorists.
and literally fuck your own face.
Now I will murder you.
Yeah. Well, the
I
problem
I'm
is that
playing
it's
a
like
dude that plays
incredibly
another dude. Oh no, dude. Like,
Yeah,
wow,
you-
that-
the
that
fucking
blackface
ridiculous.
issue, and then Tom Cruise
Yeah.
is playing like a stereotypical Jewish movie mogul. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
God,
there's a
that
lot
whole
of
thing.
problematic shit with it.
The whole
Still
thing
funny as
with
shit.
Ben Stiller
is.
being like basically they're like
Oh, God,
commenting
yeah.
on Sean Penn's role in I Am Sam, like
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
which those
He's like, you
movies-
can't go full.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you can't
Never
do
go
that.
full. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like I remember seeing that in the movie theater, I think, and I was just like, holy,
Yeah, man, they didn't
shit.
hold anything back. So that's what I'm saying. Like that was like
that was
prime
it.
comedy allowed to be in mainstream. Like that, you don't
I
see
don't-
that in mainstream comedy anymore. You
I
see
don't
that.
I don't think you
could
can.
do it, and
I don't know. They're trying to
whatever.
bring that shit back. I've seen some stand-ups lately that I'm like, whoa, that was
Yeah, but
The
they're just
stand-ups
pushing
still
that.
do.
They
I
don't
think
count.
stand-ups have always pushed it, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
goes back to the same as like Mel Brooks movies. You can't do those anymore. You
Oh
know?
no,
No,
Like
because
Blazing
like,
Saddles. No.
because
Fuck
it's
no.
like the-
Spaceballs. Even Spaceballs wouldn't fly.
Spaceballs.
you
is
would
great,
have
dude.
to be able to do these things in a smart way, though. I mean, it's like am I making people the butt of the joke, or are they in on the joke, right? Like there's two different ways to do
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
So like it's just like I think with Tropic Thunder, I think it was a little bit of both. I think they were trying to figure that out, but I just don't think that.
Yeah.
I think that was the last comedy. I mean, I don't know when did Old School come out, but that Old School is just
2003.
like
That's a different
it's
type of
not.
comedy.
Yeah, it's you know what, and I think the Mel Brooks ones are a little different because I think that one is like everyone was in on the joke. It wasn't like punching down, right? Like
yeah,
little different.
yeah.
I was gonna make a point and I totally lost it. Oh, you know where the only people I could see pulling it off because they kind of do this are Trey Parker and Matt Stone, South Park guys, right? Because they
They
they kinda-
figured it out.
they kind of lean. I mean, if you watch South Park, man, the shit that they do on that is
Well, dude,
fucking
the thing about
ridiculous.
South Park is because it's animated.
yeah,
If South Park was like a real life people playing those
yeah, probably
characters,
bad.
It,
people wouldn't
would-
fucking like it, dude. People would lose
Yeah.
their mind. Same
It's the
thing
same
with
as, like, Family Guy.
Simpsons and Family Guy. Like
Yeah,
the fact that it's animated, it's like sits better with people because like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm thinking that, but like, it's not real. it's
Same with
like
Team
well,
America with the fucking puppets.
Oh, God.
yeah, dude.
But how do you explain It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? I
Yeah,
mean,
good point.
Yeah, good point.
but I think maybe there are episodes that they did, like some of those Lethal Weapon episodes. They're actually not on. You can't stream them. Like,
Yeah.
Really?
I don't
Lethal
think you can
Weapon. What they
stream
do?
them.
I've
Lethal
never
Weapon
seen that
5.
one.
Oh, it's
Was it
so
crazy?
good.
It's
So
so
good.
it is like I remember watching it. And I'm like, I might just get in trouble for watching this. Like,
So
this
good.
is not right. It was
I started
ridiculous.
rewatching that show recently. I watched the first season and I'm like,
I
how
have
are
to
they getting away
rewatch
with
that
this?
show.
And then I'm like, oh, it's like 2004. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, same with
Yeah.
The Office. I started rewatching The Office, and even the first couple episodes of that, I'm like, holy fuck, dude, because it's
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
20 years ago.
So yeah, Anaconda. I might be interested in it. You know, it
Yeah,
might be
I
I think I'm
interesting.
check
down.
it
I
out.
think I'm
I'll check it
down to
out.
watch that one just because
See-
that movie sucked.
That's what I was gonna say. That is our rule here on the Nostalgia Test podcast. It's like if the movie was trash, if it was
Yeah.
already garbage,
Yeah.
Why
go
not?
ahead and remake it. Have fun with it,
it a
reboot it,
shot.
whatever. But it's the reboots of things that are good, that were fun, that have good.
That's
like leave it alone.
Imagine trying to reboot. Well, they tried it. They did it, but it was franchise. Like reboot the original Rocky.
No.
Like
No.
you
Can
know,
you
like they
imagine
had
that
to
shit?
continue it as like oh, yeah,
Don't
they
give
say
people ideas.
Creed. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying like. I guess you could say Creed was kind of like 1 and 2 or 3
Yeah.
involved in there, but it's like, but it was like kind of like it was
It's
a
just like an
continuation.
expanded universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah, exactly.
but like, imagine trying to get the same vibe as Rocky. Like, you just can't.
You
do it.
can't. I mean, I think maybe the more successful reboot was probably the Star Trek franchise because people love it. Even the Star Trek fans, like when they rebooted those movies and took a different spin on it, like people
Okay.
really enjoyed those.
Yes.
Some people were pissed though
That's
because they said
true.
it was more like Star Wars, where it was too much like fighting
Ah.
and shit, as opposed to like
Yeah, because Star
more
Trek was more about.
intellectual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Star Trek was more about like philosophy and like, the whole point was that, and I didn't realize this, even though I was a Star Trek fan, or I watched it when my
Really?
uncle watched it, was that it's in the future where nobody has they don't need to work because everything's just like AI and everything just happens. So like you're just more exploring the human psyche and stuff.
So
like,
you're just
So
doing
it's a
shit.
communist utopia, is what you're saying?
yeah, yeah. Dude, because like I'm like, so how do they pay for shit? And it's just like they just had credits, like they just had things, and it's like because I guess the world got to the point where like nobody
Wow.
had to actually, or the universe got to the point where nobody actually had to work because there was things just being appeared and made by machines. So like you had the ability to do more things like hobbies and other things. So there wasn't really any fighting
Wow.
in Star Trek. It was more of like exploring the human, whatever.
Yeah, wearing those tights.
Exploration, dude. Yeah, they would always go and find a new planet, and like that planet wanted to fight because they weren't in the new society. But yes, it was actually really about colonism.
It was about
and,
imperialism.
like,
Yeah.
imperialism.
Oh man. All right. So there is a reboot that's a questionable one for me, and that's the Running Man reboot with Glenn
Okay, so
Powell.
was that movie a good one?
Okay. See, that's the thing.
Not really.
It's like
It's entertaining. I love it. It's entertaining as shit. But like
Yeah.
the end where the thing shoots out and fucking blows up for no reason. Like,
Yeah, it's like because that could be another line of like it was so bad it was good.
Yeah.
that's
But it
what I think
wasn't-
it is.
It
It's
wasn't
his Arnold
Roadhouse
movie.
level.
No,
Yeah.
no, it was not that level. Here's the one reason I'm open to this one. So as you guys know, I'm a huge Stephen King fan, and The Running Man was a Stephen King novel that he wrote originally. It was one of the Bachman books where he's writing under the pseudonym Richard Bachman, and the plot of the book completely different than the movie. Like, you know, the movie where it's kind of like they're in like it's like taking like one of those like fucking Double Dare, one of those shows you grew up watching Nickelodeon, but you're getting murdered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The plot of the book are basically they release the criminals in the country, and they have bounty hunters, and these guys can do anything. They're like hopping flights, driving all over the country, and they're trying to track them down and kill them, but it's still being like shown on TV somehow. I don't remember how exactly, but it's like a totally
Wow.
different, like much more expansive, wide open. At one point, like someone steals a plane and flies it into something, but like it's
Jesus.
to me, if they go closer to the source material as opposed to trying to reboot the movie, I think it could be interesting, right?
I mean, you could do that nowadays because, like, with technology, you'd be able to follow these people with phones and like cameras that are
Exactly. So they
everywhere.
could go that route, and
Like
then you're kind of almost
smartphones
doing
could
the
follow these
reimagined.
people. These dashboard cams, like you can
Yup.
get, you can do it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, so if they go that, I
Huh.
think it could be interesting because there's so many times where, like, you ever do it where you watch a movie and you like it, and so you read the book that it's based on, you're like, whoa, that movie is shit compared to the book, right? So it could be one of
Yeah.
those situations.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm curious to see what they're going to do. And I think, like, in this case, because it's maybe within the parameters of it being a bad movie and to begin with, that Glenn Powell is probably a better choice for Running Man, because Schwarzenegger, who's going to like battle Schwarzenegger? You can't do anything with him.
No.
So in the original Running Man, apparently one of the people that was up for that part was Patrick Swayze. That would have been actually a much better movie.
Yeah,
Patrick
probably.
Swayze.
Arnold was just playing Arnold, right? That's all it was,
And you can't. Who's gonna defeat Arnold? Like, he's too big.
Arnold
So,
doesn't
like,
lose, bro. He never loses.
No.
Not allowed
If
to.
they reboot it, and because
Even when he
like,
lost, he won.
yeah, even if
Yeah.
they reboot it, they should just keep going along too with the bad guy being the host of Family Feud. So they should cast Steve Harvey.
What's his name? Oh God, that'd be hilarious. Steve Harvey's Family Feud is hilarious, by the way.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
greatest!
so
good.
It is the greatest.
So
It
good,
is the
dude.
greatest.
His reactions when people
Inappropriate
say some
things,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he needs God, it's amazing. It's the one place where like white people and black people get together in a peaceful way.
Yeah. Family
Yeah.
Feud, bringing races together, man.
There we go.
It's okay. Oh my God! All right, so there is one we need to talk about before we end this, and that is Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers reportedly in the works, a reboot.
Okay.
Top Gun 2 director eyed for it, and yeah, it's Starship Troopers. I mean, people.
Top
look,
Gun 2, Maverick?
the director of Top Gun 2 Maverick,
Yeah.
I'm guessing, is the director that they're eyeing for this reboot.
Okay. Wow.
I
Okay,
love the first
of all,
Starship Troopers. I saw that in the movie theater.
Here's the thing.
I haven't seen that in
Are
years.
they going to
though.
reimagine it to be like more serious? Because if you get if you're getting Maverick's director,
Yeah.
are you now making a Starship Trooper that would be like a real sci-fi action, like fucking wow? Or let's say, like, to me, what was the gem of Starship Troopers was the parody of it.
Yeah.
And the parody of making fun of how the government was just like using propaganda to get these people to like fight for something that was never going to win.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
like, dude, it was a genius movie. Like, even
love
like
that
what the
movie.
monster looked like.
yeah.
And, like, they're like censored. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It was a great movie.
It was great.
Stupid, but
It
it was
was
great. It wasn't bad on the level of like Running Man or Anaconda. Like, actually, it was good.
They said it was based on the Archie comic.
Oh, really?
Oh, I see that now.
Yeah,
Holy shit. Okay.
yeah.
That makes sense.
All the friends and stuff.
So
Absolutely.
the weird guy that was like the one guy that was like a maniac, that blonde guy, he was like what, Jughead or something?
Yeah,
Oh my God, that
bro, watch it in that rate, like knowing that.
So the main guy's supposed to be Archie, and then the
Yeah.
redhead that was a lunatic was, I guess, one of the girls he was in love with.
Yes.
And then the other one was, I guess, Veronica or something.
Yes. Yeah, man.
That other girl
And they're all
dies.
friends and like, yeah. Crazy.
In that
dude.
movie, when that girl dies, it is so horrible because right before that, she gets together with that guy, and then all of a sudden, like, they get attacked and she gets stabbed by a bug. It's just like,
Yeah.
they always do this in movies. It's just like, oh, they had sex. Must kill one of them.
I remember when that movie came
Yeah.
out and how many people were talking about it. This is what I miss about like not having phones, which is many things that I miss about it. And it was like the more like the cooler talk, or like when you got to school and you were like talking about this movie that you saw on the weekend. Like, I remember talking about this movie.
Right.
Yeah, this movie definitely seems up Tony's alley.
He loved it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I do recall this movie being pretty good in the fact that first of all, it was cool story, and
Yeah.
second of all,
All
it
right,
was
I'm
just
back.
done. It was just done the right
Sorry.
way, parody wise. Dance back.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in seeing this.
I'll
Do I
check it
think
out.
it's gonna be the same vibe? Maybe they should call this like more of like a reimagined.
Yeah, but weren't there several of them? So it's a reboot. So if they're rebooting the
There
franchise,
was a couple of them.
I think
I
it was
only
like
remember the first one, dude.
I
And
think
the
it was
first one was ridiculous.
I think it was like Starship Troopers 2, Hero of the Federation, that came out in 2004.
But like it was supposed to be a comedy, right? Like we were supposed to be watching a bad movie.
I don't think
Correct?
it was supposed to be a comedy. Let's see. Starship Troopers was, let's see, 1997 science fiction action film based on the novel by Robert A. Heinlein.
Hmm.
So this is another one based on a book. Dude, all these things are fucking
Bro,
based
this
on-
movie to me was laughing at itself.
Yo, this movie made $121 million. It was a
Oh my
hit.
god.
Like
What did it
I
cost
feel
to
like
make?
that
100
yeah.
to 110.
Oh.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think they should be rebooting this one. They should just leave this one alone. Like they can't make another movie. I'm just
They tried a couple of the stars. They just didn't call it Starship Troopers.
what do they call it?
Any other science fiction movie that's come out about bugs and fighting.
Attack of
What
the
they
Bugs.
should remake
Yeah.
is that dumbass movie Arachnophobia.
Oh
Oh.
my god, with John Goodman.
That movie was trash.
That movie was
Hey.
trash.
That movie
Yeah, let-
terrified me the first time I saw it, though.
Yes,
I
Yeah,
probably
but-
watched it way too young.
I do agree with that.
They are going to remake Jordan Peele is going to remake The People Under the Stairs.
Mm,
Whoa.
Yeah.
that could be interesting.
That movie was scary as shit.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. I think with horror films, reboots and remakes are definitely like in the tradition. Like there's something about that. Like I saw the remake of, the Halloween series with that Rob Zombie did. I saw
Yeah, where he made everyone white trash.
Yeah, yeah. When did he redo the Friday the 13th movie as
No.
well? Well,
They
the
rebooted
remake of that was
They
good.
rebooted that recently, was it?
I thought it was
were they
great.
rebooting the? I didn't see that one. Was it like a reboot of the original one with no Jason, where it was his mom?
No.
Spoiler
no,
alert!
no.
If you guys haven't seen a movie that's like 50 years old.
Yeah. Oh my god. So weird that movie. He was like
That
under
video
the
game
water
was
forever.
fucked.
That Nintendo
Oh.
game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not
That was-
good.
that
Not
Nintendo-
scary as hell.
Dude, scary as fuck. I still
Dude, this-
remember that song, that music in that it was scary as shit. Like you couldn't play that with the lights off.
No.
No,
It was scary.
dude,
no, 'cause
I,
every time you hear
An 8-bit game scared me.
dude, they're terrifying. This Halloween, every Halloween, I'll like pick a horror movie franchise and go back and rewatch. This year, I watched the first 8 Friday the 13th up through
Oh my
up
god.
through Jason Takes Manhattan, which is where it's just fucking
Jason.
absolutely ridiculous.
that
Yeah.
movie's nuts.
He punches the guy's head off.
Yeah. It's just like what?
Did
Now
you
he's
like the first one,
superhuman.
Billy?
The first one I thought was great because it's actually like, look, is it dated and a little cheesy? But like, it's kind of a mind fuck of a concept, right? Like where,
Yeah.
because it was supposed to be a standalone movie at first, right? And then
Yes.
then Jason comes along and it got ridiculous, right? But like, I thought the first one was great. I thought the first couple were good. The second one's a little ridiculous where he doesn't have the mask yet and he's wearing a burlap sack on his head. It was kind of
Okay.
ridiculous. The third
Yeah.
one, he gets the mask, was good. The fourth one is where it starts going off the rails. So
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
that's
that
where they
one-
Yeah, I
started.
I
kind
putting
of
out
remember
one
the
every
first
year.
one being more suspenseful because like the
Mhm.
camera movement was great because like
Yeah.
it was like a first person kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
You didn't know it was
Or,
his
like, you
mom,
just
and then she
never really
shows up
knew.
at the end, and like,
Yeah.
you don't know it. And the girl thinks she's trying to like, I'm here to help you, and she's actually the killer. Like, so
Yeah.
the first one I thought was really good.
Yeah.
So I think I'm still more of a Halloween franchise fan.
Mm.
I mean, those are probably two of my favorite ones. I rewatched Nightmare on Elm Street last year, and that did not hold up because that
No?
concept used to scare the fuck out of me. And the concept is terrifying, right? But the
Yeah.
movie itself was too cheesy.
You know what movie like I was disappointed by, and now this is going into a different space, but a Hellraiser. When I thought Hellraiser was gonna be
It's a
really
weird
scary.
sex movie.
Yeah, and I'm watching like, what the fuck is this movie about?
It's a
Stop
weird
playing with
BDSM
this
movie, bro.
box.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like
yeah. And
every
the guy's
time they
skin
get
is not on, and it's very
oh
fucking
my
weird.
God, it's just like, what is this? And then Hellraiser 2, it's just the same shit. You're just like, why are they doing this?
Have you
Yeah.
guys
No.
at all watched Blair Witch again?
No,
No.
no.
We should do that for this year's Halloween because like I
Yeah.
remember the hype of this movie. But
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes.
is it still that scary?
I thought it was overhyped the first time I saw it because I saw it. I'm like, that's it.
Well,
Like
you
that.
saw it in theaters, right?
I
Yeah.
saw it in the
So
theaters.
The
I
scariest
got
part
a
is the
copy
end.
of the VHS that was going out as like the
Oh, so you saw it
promotion.
before it was
I
too
saw it
built up.
before because I knew a guy who made the movie. So like,
There you
and I
go.
was watching it with Steve at my cousin Sandra's house.
Okay, that's scary though.
Like freaking whatchamacallit, with the lights off and everything. First time when we just heard rumors of this. So like you remember it looked like a VHS, like you were watching the movie
Yeah.
that came out and you're like, wait, was this real? Like, did this really happen? So like
Yeah.
that shit was scary. When I heard people watch it in the theater, I was like, there's no way you got as scared as I did.
No, it was not. It was not. It's not the same. The ending is the only
It
part that's
wasn't.
scary. Is like the end where the person's in the corner and they're like, "What the hell's
Yes.
going on?" And then like that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
Yeah. It was.
I could see
it was-
that
yeah.
being scary.
Yeah.
When I did watch it at Tommy's house once too. There was like a party and there was a room where everyone was watching it, and I was like,
Yes,
I'm just too
I know
drunk
that
for this.
room very well.
Is that the
I
same
know.
room you listen to Animals in?
Oh, Umaguma.
Yes.
Umaguma, yeah.
Yes, that's the same room.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of other things happening in that room too.
Yeah.
Don't reboot
That's
that.
it's for another episode.
That doesn't pass the test.
But yeah, so here we are at the end of our news episode. Are these episodes? Is this news? I don't know. It
I
is
think
now.
it's newsy.
I think it's the rant episode, the news rant.
But according to this show, I would say what I think the conclusion is that reboots are going to happen. There's too many of them. They're flooding the market, and some of them we don't need. If you're going to do a
Agreed.
reboot, it should be a shitty movie. Make it
Mhm.
crappy first. Take the shit movie and reboot that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Hollywood. Let's
I'm
take
down with
some
that,
really really bad movies that I still like, but
Yeah.
just remake them and make them like let's like make a C plus or C minus movie and a B plus.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you know,
or
we should
even
ask
an
the
A.
audience. We should ask our audience, like, what are your top 5 that fall into this? Top 5 shitty movies that you would want to see remakes of
Yeah.
or reboots of.
Yeah, Dan did that like a story poll on this
I
one.
did this,
I
and
saw a couple
Did
of
you?
things. Yeah,
Some of
Dave
them-
said Dave responded Conan, and I'm like, was Conan a bad movie?
Conan, no way, dude. The first one is
Right?
awesome.
Right, Bill?
Even the Destroyer
Right,
is good too.
Bill.
Where he swims out of water for like 5 minutes straight, and
Yes.
it had what's her name's in it? The really tall Jack Black chick. What's her name? Goddamn. Is Grace Jones? Is that who it is? She's in Conan the
Yes.
Destroyer. Yeah.
Bro,
I think it was her. But
I actually think that movie was. I didn't hate those movies. They
So
played
some-
a good part. In
I think
that
some
era.
people.
Conan, what is best in life?
But then there was like, wasn't there Conan or was it? Oh, Hercules in New York. That was a really bad.
That
one.
is a movie. That is a terrible movie. But I don't know if you guys. I actually own that on DVD because you
Do
can
you have
get
the
it
dubbed
with.
one?
Yeah, it has both tracks on it. So his accent was so bad that like he's like, "Hello, I am Hercules," and it's Schwarzenegger. So like when you watch that version, it's so ridiculous. At one point, he fights a bear at the Central Park Zoo, and it's
No.
clearly a fucking guy in a bear suit. Like it's
Wow.
it's if you've never seen it, you got to watch it because it's so bad.
Yeah.
So
It's
some
So
of the
like,
things,
yeah, let's get these C minus movies.
Yeah. some
Redo
of the
that.
things that people said were the Quad Pro Quo Pod said 3,000 miles to Graceland, and let's put Austin Butler and Timothy Chalamet in that movie.
I never saw the
Okay.
original.
I
Kevin
did.
Costner's. They're all
It's-
Elvises.
They're all Elvises. It's what. Yeah, it is a bad movie. Okay.
Fuck Elvis.
And then, my friend Eric Fuhrer said, "Let's reboot Howard the Duck, starring The Rock."
Okay, it's gonna be worse.
Probably.
I don't want.
Yeah.
Yo, have you seen
Howard
the
the
beginning
Duck-
of Howard the Duck?
I don't want to
Watch
watch
the
Howard
start
Duck.
of Howard the Duck.
I know what happens.
Watch the first 10 minutes of that movie.
Duck boobs.
Yeah.
There's duck boobs. But like
Sold.
I'm sold. Yeah, I'm sold with redoing that movie.
Yeah, and I think our friend there from Rocktopus Jones Art, I don't know if he's got the idea that it should be a bad movie. He said Dick Tracy, and let's starring Josh Brolin.
Some
or
people
John
hated those
Bernthal.
movies, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
wants the Punisher to star in Dick Tracy. I mean, if we're gonna do a
Mhm.
hard R version of Dick Tracy, then John Bernthal, let's put him in.
Is
that
he
movie.
gonna play Flathead?
I think he would play Dick Tracy.
Ooh. Who would play Flathead?
I don't know, but I saw
You
a
know what
weird.
Jeremy Renner would be? Was it Jeremy Renner? The guy from Venom. He's in Venom, which is like the worst
Oh,
role for
Oh,
him.
that not Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner's the guy that had the tractor fall on him last
Tom
year and almost
Hardy.
died. Tom Hardy. That's who it
Tom
is, yeah.
Hardy. That's
He's
what it
the
is.
shit.
Yeah, he's awesome, man.
I love him.
I've
in
seen
everything.
him in some crazy fucking movie. What was it called? Bronson. Was it
That
Bronson?
was a good movie.
Yo, he was sick in
Did
that.
you ever see that series he was in, Taboo?
No.
Oh god, it's on Tubi. You should watch it. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know what they should
Yeah.
reboot? They should reboot B movies. Like I would like to see. Have you guys ever seen Death Race 2000? They should reboot that.
No, but I'm down with it. Yeah, dude, I'm
Yeah.
There's
telling
a
you,
movie.
anything less than a B, anything that's like B minus.
Have you ever seen Death Spa? You should look up
No,
this
what
artist.
is
that?
A
Death
spa,
Spa.
like a gym or a spa, like is haunted or someone's
Horror
ex-girlfriend.
slasher.
It's
Customers at
killing.
an exclusive fat farm are haunted by a force which turns exercise equipment into deadly killing machines.
Yeah,
Bro, I need to watch that.
It's
Sounds
so
amazing.
stupid.
What
Death
else you
Spa.
guys-
But yeah,
there
that and so I don't know any other movies that I would want rebooted. I think at this point, if it's really
Speed.
that bad,
No.
no, what?
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
Fuck
Oh
me.
my
I'm
God,
just
dude.
kidding.
I would have. We
Speed
would have,
Did you
2.
guys do Speed already?
No,
No.
but I want to do Constantine because they're gonna come out with a sequel soon, possibly.
I like that
Okay.
movie when I watch it at least. So
Yeah.
What
Death Spa,
about
I'm gonna have to watch that.
what about what's the movie that he plays the lawyer? Devil's Advocate?
Oh, I
Ooh,
want
that's
his
a great
fucking
movie.
Hand.
With Keanu Reeves, where he tells the
Dude.
guy on the subway that his wife's fucking someone and that he should go home
Yeah.
and kill her.
Yeah. That movie's
Yeah.
Dude,
out of
that
fucking
movie's
hand.
fucking crazy.
Al Pacino like played the devil great. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, is he playing?
Yeah.
But that girl from I think the girl from that plays the sister or whatever in the end of that movie, she's in Starship Troopers.
All right.
I'm pretty sure. But I saw a coming attraction for a movie last night with Robert De Niro, another mob movie. Like we need another one where he plays two people.
Yes.
So it's him twice.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
He's getting paid
anymore.
2 times, bro.
I think I'm kind of over it now. I think
Yeah.
I'm over Robert De Niro a little bit too. I think I'm just like
Once
Actually, just
once
saw
they
him-
did the Irishman where like they CGI'd
I
like
wanna see
80-year-old him like
Bro, I
kicking
shut that
someone's
off
ass.
after a half hour.
I
didn't
watched
even
the whole
wanna
thing.
watch
I
it.
thought
You
it, I
watched
the
thought
whole
it was
thing?
okay. I thought it was okay, but
I did watch 0 Day on
what?
Netflix.
Was it good?
It was fine, but I thought it could ended better. It was fine, but you could
I-
tell he's reading from a teleprompter or something. He
Ugh.
apparently he doesn't remember his lines anymore.
Oh, so now actors have to wear cue cards on them, probably.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
he's pulling the Ozzy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my
Crazy.
god. So yeah, if you're gonna reboot things, reboot something bad, reboot something crazy, reboot something that
Imagine
you know,
they do a Bronx Tale over.
No, what? Come on,
Imagine. Or
No.
Goodfellas.
stop
No,
that.
no.
Don't
Bro,
do
I'm
this.
telling
What
you.
did they what did they
they're
reboot
gonna-
recently? They rebooted Death Wish. Remember those movies with Charles Bronson that were always on Channel 11?
With
They rebooted
Bruce
that recently.
Willis.
Yeah. I didn't
Eh,
watch it, but
I saw some of it. It was okay.
I
I
mean, the
mean-
first one, the
All right,
originals
so
are not great movies,
last
right?
but not least,
Okay, here we go.
a remake, a legacy sequel, or a reboot of Back to the Future.
Fuck.
We're not rebooting this. We're not
I'm just
rebooting
saying.
the franchise.
Legacy sequel. Legacy
It's
sequel.
gonna have to be
That's
a
my
legacy
vote.
sequel.
I still wouldn't be happy about it, but
I
legacy
wouldn't be
sequel.
happy about it either. And
No.
there's a recent documentary that I was started watching. That
Oh, I almost
wanna-
watched that. Was it good?
Yeah, it's crazy how fandom this movie is. Which I mean, my fucking dog's name is Marty McFly, but like,
Yeah.
and I don't even want to do the movie because I know it's just going to be a love fest of it. But maybe we should
Yeah.
anyway, just because, or we should just do the whole franchise.
Let's do 3. That's the one that may not pass.
That is
Yeah.
the one.
I actually don't hate that one.
No, and that's
and
fair.
that-
But
and
that's
that-
the only
and
one
I would love
think.
to
The
talk
first
about
2,
that
there's
because
no
of that.
doubt.
Yeah, but so you would want a legacy sequel, or you
If
would
you
want
had to
any?
pick.
I don't want anything.
Gun to
and
my
if-
head, if I have to
Yes.
pick something, legacy
Yes.
sequel.
Like
I don't
a
want anything.
legacy
Leave it
sequel.
alone. Leave it
Right.
alone.
No,
Is
I
my
think they
feeling.
should leave it alone. I hope Michael J. Fox doesn't do it for the money, but he would if someone's like, we will every profit made is going to go towards my foundation.
Yeah.
He would fucking do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it out there that if they're going to do a reboot of something or a remake, I have a movie that I think would be amazing. And I think it should be Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh,
That
yes.
Oh,
Do you
that
want
movie,
ICP to star in it?
yes.
bro. No, but are you going to say campy or are you going like for real Killer
Like
Clowns
full
from Outer
on.
Space?
Well, it's either that or Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Like
They should have
you pick one
Rob
of
Zombie
those.
direct it.
Yes.
I'd watch
Yeah,
that.
he can make it campy and it'll still be violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ultra violent.
Dude, that movie was
That's the
crazy.
type of movie like they need to be rebooting.
Yes.
Yeah. But while we're on the subject of reboots, I just need to bring this up because it's on my head. I finally
this is only
got
going to be
around-
5 minutes, Manny.
Yeah, sorry, bro. This take 2 minutes. Because I finally got around to watching the reboot of Beavis and Butthead. Have you guys watched that at all yet?
The
No.
reboot, they
They
rebooted it.
rebooted it?
Yeah,
Oh,
so basically,
Jesus Christ.
it's still Mike Judge doing it, but like it goes back and forth between them being young, where they're watching YouTube videos, which are pretty
Okay.
funny. But then they have it where they're like in their 40s and like fat alcoholics living in a shitty apartment too, still doing the same
Oh.
thing. It was pretty funny. I watched like 3 or 4 episodes. It's still pretty funny.
Oh
Okay.
my god, that's
Imagine they try to
hilarious.
reboot Ren and Stimpy.
Oh God,
No.
that show is wildly inappropriate for children back in the day. We
Bro,
should not
I
have
just
been watching
I
that.
watched a couple like little skits that they post on like TikTok, and I'm like, wait,
Oh yeah,
this show is crazy.
That
those
movie,
people are on a lot of fucking drugs, dude.
Yeah,
that was that. Well, yeah, that was an amazing film. Show. That was like
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the
It was
greatest
crazy.
shows of all time.
Oh
they
yeah,
were talking about Happy Happy Joy Joy,
Oh my
and like
god.
if you watch the scene of Happy Happy Joy Joy, and he's got like some like thing over his head that he's trying to like get out because it's like brainwashing him. Dude,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I love that show. That show
Yeah.
was the greatest thing. The greatest show of all time.
Pinky and the Brain.
Don't reboot any of this.
no.
Leave all
They're
these
gonna
things
live
alone.
action Animaniacs.
Shut up. What?
How would you live action? Who's playing Animaniacs?
Oh, there's actually a Looney Tunes movie coming out
Live
called
action?
it's no with Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, and it's called it's something about something about the end of the world. Daffy
it's
Duck.
called a turducken. Have you had a turducken? I was one
No.
of them. Have one.
I want to try it too. It's
Yeah.
expensive as shit.
I know.
There it is. The day the Earth blew up. So that's a movie coming out.
Interesting.
Family. It's a family film.
Nice.
There we go. People, that's it
Oof.
for Nostalgia Test News rebooting episode. We'd love to hear your comments. Let us know what weird, crappy movie do you want rebooted and what movies you want to be left alone. I say leave everything alone except for really, really bad, horrifying, stupid ass movies.
Yep.
And, really bad horror films like Death Spa. Let's
Yep.
reboot Death
I'm down
Spa.
for horror reboots. I got no issues with. Keep them coming.
Yeah, Death Mall. There's something about a mall being like
Yeah.
a mall. I forget which one that was, but like or maybe something like The Fly. I don't give a shit. Let's bring that back.
Yeah. Why not? Fuck it.
Who cares? That sounds that movie dumb as fuck. Guy
Oh,
turns
yeah.
into a fly. Come on. All right, people. And Jeff Goldblum's alive. We can still reboot it. And
Dude,
bring him in.
Goldblum could. Yeah, he could be. He
can
could
teach us
still be the
chaos theory.
fly, dude. because
We can
he's
make it a
insane.
different animal.
Yeah.
That's what they should do for Jurassic Park reboot. They should have him cross himself with a dinosaur.
Yes. Did you see that?
That's
Oh,
cool.
last thing, and I know we said we were going to go, but the woolly mammoth thing. Why are we doing
Yes.
this?
No,
Why?
no. We're trying to extinct ourselves.
It's gonna work.
Bring back. We're so
He
close to
literally
Jurassic
is
Park.
Someone who just like a scientist just wants to be like, we need to rid the Earth of humans. How are we going to do it? All right, we're going to invent AI. Okay, if that doesn't work, we're going to bring back the woolly mammoth.
Yeah,
They're like,
bring back the
hey,
woolly mammoth.
They're like Terminator looked like a great idea. Let's make that happen in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're close. We're close, people.
Yeah.
Then we can reboot that.
Exactly.
People, Nostalgia Test Podcast, everywhere where you get your podcasts, hit the link tree wherever you see it or our link in bio. Follow us everywhere, Substack, and listen, share, hit this, smash that like button right now. and send this to someone that says reboots are good so that you can teach them a lesson. Okay, and that's it, everyone. Peace.
Peace.
All right, cool.
All right,
All
that
right,
was
Billy.
good.
That was fun.
That was good stuff, guys. Yeah,
that was
fun.
hilarious.
Okay,
I liked it.
go out
That
there.
even if that episode was just for us, that shit was funny.
It was fun to talk about, so I
yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter at Nostalgia Test and on Instagram at The Nostalgia Test. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.